John Patten. I sent two emails out to you today. I stand by what's in those emails. I think you go back to April of 2007, and if you look at the public records request that I made at that point in time, and had it been honored by the members of council, and the things that I had requested, which was basically to peruse private emails or public business emails that were being done on the private emails, to be able to peruse them on a regular basis, which at that point in time council was supposed to be doing. Council was told to bring in their emails and turn them over to City Clerk Lori Stelzer. I remember that conversation just shortly before that being, with those words being given by Mr. Anderson. Instead, I got no emails from Fred Hammett. Most of you were not here. There was only like 3 of you up here who were on council in April of 2007. I got nothing from Mayor Fred Hammett. I got 5 from John Moore, and a flat-out denial and an accusation of being a conspiracy accusator from Mr. Simmonds, who insisted that he did absolutely no business on his own private email account, and he put that in writing. I now know that that's not true. Had at that point in time that public records request been adhered to, I don't think we'd be in the situation that we had been in, because it would have shown a drastic policy shift. But instead, everything went underground. What Mr. Simmonds did was deceptive. It was dishonest, and I believe it was illegal. I have called for Mr. Simmonds' resignation. I think what he has done is he has put himself into a position that's dumb, because he's put himself into the pocket of citizens and others where we at any point in time can file a criminal complaint against him. That's a dumb place to put yourself. I don't know why Mr. Simmonds put himself into that position, but he did. And it's not a position that I feel comfortable being in either. Mr. Simmonds, please resign immediately. You gotta, because it's going to get bad and it's going to get worse.
Mayor, can I respond to that?
Of course.
In the first place, I consider this abuse. This is harassment in its worst form. This is not citizen input. This is harassment. Now, I'm not quite sure what he's talking about. I never denied that I didn't have emails on my home computer. I said under oath, I was the only one that told the judge I deleted emails. Since then, we've gotten them back. Ms. Morkison's got them. I noticed that I did happen to see his 2 emails to me today calling for him to resign. He had copies to everybody, including Ms. Morkison. I don't think he realizes what a smart woman she is. She's smarter than that. She isn't going to buy that, not at all. He accused me of having a secret meeting with Mr. Paul Howe. In 2005, there began some critical remarks about the airport. There began some activity about the airport, trying to downgrade it. He says that we had a secret meeting. We had lunch, and we talked about 2 items that had been in the public. Mr. Anderson attended. We discussed it in 2 meetings, prior to us meeting for lunch and 1 meeting afterwards. And all we talked about was the abuse that the airport was getting from some individuals. That's all. Now, if that's something to resign about, I don't know. Now, there are other people that have had meetings. You're not attacking them. This is all about Simmonds and you. And it's just unfortunate that that's the way it is. I have not violated the Sunshine Law, period. I just haven't. I've deleted emails. That's the only charge that's been made against me. I admitted that I did that. There was another remark, something about me accusing my colleagues of some kind of sin and iniquity. All I've ever said about my colleagues, I said it today. Nobody's been convicted of anything. That's what I said when there was suggestion made that my colleagues were out of line somehow. That's all I've said that I'm aware of. So I don't appreciate the fact that he comes to a public hearing, hangs around for 2 hours in order to make these kind of asinine allegations just for harassment. That's all it is. And I don't appreciate it, and I don't think you should permit him to do that anymore.
If I may rebut.
I don't want a rebuttal. I don't even want to listen to it, and I don't think anybody else does either.
I have no city work at home and don't cotton to the idea of working at home on the computer. For the record, I have no city business on my home computer. Those are your words.
Mr. Patten.
I said that I told the judge I had city business on my computer.
And you told me in April of 2007 that you did not, when I made a specific public records request.
Mr. Patten, I don't know any way that I
You can't.
Yeah, I was going to say, but I can say that we do have a rule about back and forth debate. I thought it was fair to give Mr. Simmonds a chance to do this, but I don't think that the council is a forum for you and he to argue this out. So I would say that, but I'm